Hello all, my name is Debanjan Chaudhary and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this particular video, we are going to understand how to become a data scientist. Okay, so in order to become a data scientist, the first and foremost skill or the most important skill which is required is nothing but a problem solving mindset. Okay, so if you have a problem solving mindset, right, you can easily become a data scientist. Now, it is not necessary that you need to have a technical problem solving mindset, but if you are able to solve your daily life problems, right, then you can easily become a data scientist. Now, coming to our main topic, right? So before discussing it, I'm assuming that most of my viewers are from non-technical background. Therefore, in order to become a data scientist, you need to have two things, okay? So first is, which is called as technical skills, okay? Technical skills or concepts. Under this, we have got something called as computer science or IT skills, okay? And secondly, we have got maths and stats skills, okay? So what about the CS or IT skills? Okay, so a data scientist is required to program a model or a mathematical model which he makes, right? So in order to program a mathematical model, you need to have some computer science or IT skills. Now in computer science or IT skills, right, you first need to know a programming language very well, okay? And you need to be able to solve problems with the help of that programming language. Now with respect to data science, right, Python is considered as the most important language. Sometimes R is also being used, but mostly Python is being used. So we need to learn about Python and its, some of its packages. Then we need to understand how computer system works, okay? So therefore you need to know certain subjects like number systems, Boolean algebra, digital logics, and computer organizations and architecture. Then you also need to know about data structures and algorithms, and you need to be able to design and analyze an algorithm so that it's very much efficient, okay? After that, database management system concepts is very much important to learn, okay? And you should also be able to work with certain amount of database softwares like your SQL or MongoDB or maybe Cassandra. Then you need to understand about operating system concepts and the file structures of various operating systems like Windows and Linux. Linux is mostly used in IT sectors. However, Windows is also being used. So you need to be able to understand the file structures of Windows and Linux, and also you need to understand how to work with their command line interfaces. So in Windows, we have got something called as command prompt. You need to know how to work with it. In Linux, we have something called as terminal. Then you need to understand about version controlling system. So every software, right? Every software has its own versions, right? The versions, like with time, it gets updated. So how you can control that versions and manage that versions, right? You need to understand version controlling system concepts as well as some of the VCS tools like Git and GitHub. Okay. Then you need to have a good knowledge of Excel, because most of the data scientists, right, you need to, as a data scientist, you need to work as on Excel. So you need to understand how Excel works and some basic operations on Excel. After that, you need to know about data analytics tools like we have got something called as Tableau, Power BI, right? Then you need to know, coming to the main important part of data science, right? You need to know about machine learning. You need to know about deep learning, computer vision, natural language processing. So these are nothing but the most important part of a data scientist. Okay, so a data scientist is required to make models based on these principles of machine learning, deep learning, CV, and NLP. After that, you also need to know how to deploy your system or deploy your model, right? So you need to know about deployment concepts and tools for deployment. Then you need to know about what do we say is AI operations, okay? Then you need to know about basic concepts of web development, how you can basically develop your software, your machine learning software, right? And make a front end user interface for this. And last but not the least, right, API is something which is important. So you need to know how to design an API and how to test the API. So these are some of the CS or IT skills which I have discussed. Now, coming to our mathematical and statistical skills. So, as a data scientist, mathematical and statistical skills and concepts, knowing of those things is very much important because in every project, right, or in every machine learning, deep learning, CV, NLP, mathematics and statistics play a crucial role. Now, in mathematics, what you need to do is you need to study about set theory. You need to know about uh, what we say is exponents and logarithms. You need to know about calculus and giving emphasis on differentiation and its applications. Then you need to know about linear algebra like matrix and determinants. You need to also know about coordinate geometry like vectors. You need to know about vectors, scalars, 2D and 3D geometry. After that, you need to also know about optimizations because in machine learning, our main focus is to either increase or maximize the accuracy or minimize the um, error. Okay, so in order to do such things, optimizations play a very important role. After that, coming to our statistics, right? In statistics, we need to understand about inferential statistics, descriptive statistics, and probability. So descriptive statistics is something which basically allows us or gives us certain tools in order to do some descriptive or diagnostic analytics. You remember we discussed about descriptive and diagnostic analytics in our previous video. Similarly, in order to do some predictive analytics, right, we use or we take the help of our inferential statistics and probability. So these are some of the technical skills and concepts required by a data scientist. Now, coming to our non-tech skills or concepts. Okay. So the second point is non-tech skills and concepts. Okay, so firstly, you need to have a good business knowledge. So as a data scientist, right, you are basically going to work on projects and these projects belong to certain business. Okay, so there are certain domain knowledge you need to have in order to do those projects. So what is the advantage of having the domain knowledge? The advantage of having the domain knowledge is you'll be able to select the most appropriate data or the most appropriate features required for your uh, model, right, and thereby creating a most efficient model. Therefore, business knowledge is very much important. Secondly, you need to be able to tell a good story. So, storytelling capability. Okay, storytelling capability. So, as a data scientist, right, you need to make your data tell a story. Why? Because when someone will give your data, right, a client is going to give his data to you in order to analyze. He's expecting from you to make him understand what his data is telling, right, in a very simple way. So if you have the storytelling capability, right, you will be able to explain the client in a very simple way what his data is saying. So it will be able to it will make him understand very easily. Therefore, storytelling capability is very much essential. Thirdly, we have got something called as communication skill. Okay, so communication skill is something which is essential in every domain, right? It's not only restricted to data science, right? But when you are basically working in a company or maybe you are running your own consultancy, right? Communication skill is something which is very much important. Why? Because everyone when you are working in a company, right, you are working in a team, maybe, right? So if you have good English speaking capability or maybe a good communication skill with your boss or maybe your subordinates or coordinates, it is easier for them to understand and make them work, right? Or maybe when you are running your own consultancy, right? If you have got a good communication skill, it will attract more clients to you, right? So these are some of the non-technical skills which I have explained you, and also I have explained you some of the technical skills. If you have got some other points in your mind, please do write it in the comment section. I'll be happy to include these things. Anyways, keeping in mind that my viewers are mostly belonging to non-technical background, right? I have explained all the points which you need to know. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write these stuffs down, upload in my Google Drive, and the link of which you will be finding in the description section. Please do like and subscribe to my channel if you have liked this video. It will really boost up my morale. Uh, and I'll be coming up with some more videos. So till then, stay safe, have a great day, and bye.